Hello, hello, hello. It is time for some children's card games. And apparently, my mic, for whatever reason, wasn't set correctly initially. But at least I caught it early this time around. Not sure why it did that. Like, usually when that happens, it's because, there was an update to OBS, but there wasn't an update that would have done. Oh wait, no, wait, never mind. I just remembered there was a Windows update yesterday. Yeah, that's probably what did it. Mystery solved. Windows updates ruining everything. But enough of that. It's the Duel Triangle event. Fusion, Xyz, and Link. I am running a Dragon Maid deck for Fusion. Xyz, I'm probably going to go with Kashtira because it's the only Xyz deck that I have that isn't nerfed into Oblivion. And Link, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Probably Unchained. Yeah, probably Unchained, because I think that's the only thing that I would have that would sort of work for that. I mean, I could technically do Sky Striker, but I don't have quite enough copies of certain cards to make Sky Striker work, because I only have like one Kagari, for example. And you kind of always want 3 of those. But each one of these 3 these 3 groups has its own title. You have to earn 1,500 points in each in order to get the titles. And then the overall event progression has a bunch of gem rewards, the infinite impermanence sleeves, and a whole bunch of legacy tickets, and then a final title at 4,000 points. And in case you're wondering about the math, yes, that does mean that if you go for all 3 titles, getting the 1,500 points in each group, you do also get all of the gem rewards from here. And it totals out to 4,500. Okay, there's the first round of ads. I'll wait for those, and then we'll start up the Fusion event. I did play one game earlier with Dragon Maids. But I stopped myself from playing anymore. I'm gonna save all of that energy for actually playing against people. Okay, ads are done. Let me double check this actually, because I remember when I played, yeah, I need to get rid of these The Dragon Maid downtimes. Get tidying in here. You don't want downtime. Tidying is the one you want. Normally I would have a couple of extra monsters in here, some links and XEs, but fusion event, you're only allowed to have fusion cards on the extra deck. Like it's, you know, back in the day when the extra deck was called the fusion deck, and that's all that was in there was just fusion monsters. Not allowed Max C, we're not allowed Called by our Crossout. The only cards I'm not entirely sure I want in here, honestly, are Nurse and Ernest. But I'm not sure what I would replace those with. Effect Veiler, maybe? Effect Veiler is legal in this, right? Yeah. Effect Veiler is legal in this. Could use that. Because this is the reason why this is only a one of is because it's the only Dragon Maid that isn't a starter for the deck. Yeah, I'll leave it in there. I'll just go with that, and let's get started. Let's see how well we do with Dragon Maids. I fully expect to see a ton of people playing Branded, a ton of people playing Sky Striker, a ton of people playing... This guy's almost certainly playing Sky Striker. This kind of sucks because I drew Lorpar. And I don't want to draw Lorpar. So I kind of have to do this in a really bizarre way. Oh wait, I can do this. I can discard that. And that opens up. Lady's Dragon Maid. Activate Lady. Get Chamber. Chamber gets us Tidying. Set Tidying, and this is a Dragon Maid monster I control. Return it to the hand. I'm gonna go ahead and end there. He knows I've got Druid's Worm in hand. He doesn't know Magnamut is in here. Are we disconnecting? Is that on our end or on their end? Hello? Master Duel. Oh, it's their end. Okay. Standby phase, and now a bunch of stuff happens. Or not. That is concerning. So I do remember saying, like, yesterday, I'm not sure if it was yesterday, but at some point I said that the best way to stop Dragon Maid is to stop Lady's Dragon Maid from activating in the standby phase. And lo and behold, that's what this person's doing. Doing add one Sky Striker spell. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to both of these. He knows I've got Tidying. Now he's forcing me to use it. I was trying to avoid doing that. Let's get hospitality for follow-up. Okay. So this is going to add Ray. And that's going to be my Bestial target. Assuming, of course, he doesn't just disconnect. Like, my guess is he's not gonna want to use, or try to use, Ray until he has some way of getting it out of the graveyard if I try to banish it with a Bestial. But again, he doesn't know that I have both my Bestials in hand. He only knows that I have Druid's Worm. Yeah, so he's going after Hornet Drones instead so that he can have something else to use as link material. That's annoying. Especially if he's going after talents. He is going after talent. And then he's gonna take control of my lady, I assume. That or hand rip me. Oh no, he is taking control of my lady. No, Lady Dragon Maid. He wants to use that to link into something. That's how he's gonna get rid of it. Yep. Hayate? It's either Hayate or Zero. Oh, Kagari. I would have expected that one a little bit later. That's not linkage. Because if that was linkage, he's an idiot. Oh my god. It actually was linkage? I thought he was going to be using... I thought he was going to keep that in his hand so that he could use linkage to have his Kagari dodge my Drow's Worms effect. Okay, Shizuku. And 2 cards face down. One of those is linkage. Oh, I should have banished Zeke. Oh well. Oh, he might not have Lemnis Gate on the field then. Yeah, that's the reason why I would want to banish his Zeke, because he can recycle it with Lemnis Gate. I still get the effect. Let's grab... Let's grab Kitchen. Black Goat laughs. Okay. Dragon Maid Show. Alright. Let's Special Summon Chamber. Activate Chamber. This is all in the draw phase, by the way. Let's see, I've got Hospitality. Let's go with Tidying again. What's in my banishment? Okay. Okay. Standby phase, I activate this. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to force you to use those or just lose them entirely. Okay, and linkage. You thought show was the big threat. You are incorrect, sir. And now this is... It's probably going to add... Yeah. It's only adding for now. Okay, activate this effect. Parlor. Parlor. Send hospitality, I think, is what I want to send here. Kitchen. Add Tinkek. Tinkek gets discarded. Make changeover. Turn parlor. Activate changeover. Summon house. Using chamber and parlor. Let's banish chamber real quick to summon this guy. Activate this guy. Special summon this guy. Activate this guy. This guy. Special summon. This is... Summon this. Special summon another lady. And then we're gonna go into battle phase. Activate kitchen. Tinkek comes out. That triggers house. Force him to activate that. Oh, he doesn't activate that. Cool. And then standby phase, I should be able to summon Show. Wow, fucking rude. Okay. He's using Black Goat Last to try and stop me from activating a card effect. If he's smart, he'll declare Tinkek. Because that's the dangerous card right now. Ash, Blossom, and Joyous Spring. Okay, so he's played his hand. He's showing his hand here. He's got, Engage. Oh wait, no, I knew he had Engage because that was what he had. That was what he added with. Yeah, I knew he had Engage. I knew he had that. He's grabbing Ray. This stupid timer. Okay, he's using Hayate, so he can bypass my monsters to attack me. He's using that to get linkage and draw another card. Wow, he drew another Engage. Yeah, he drew that. And he's gonna battle, hit me with Hayate, which allows him to get a card, I think. Yeah, add a Sky Striker from deck. Oh, send a Sky Striker card from deck to grave. And now he's got linkage, so he can, yeah, he's gonna link off into possibly another Kagari. It would be his third Kagari if it is. No, Shizuku. Okay. And then he's recycling his Sky Striker monsters again. I hope he remembers to get rid of House, because if he doesn't get rid of House, House is just going to destroy this. Because anytime I get a monster returned to my hand, House triggers. Oh no, that misses the timing? That's such bullshit! God, why does missing timing still fucking happen in this game? It's so dumb. Okay, he's got his Widow Anchor, because of course he does. And linkage, or no, that's, yeah, that is linkage. Because of course he does. Then he's getting Shark Cannon. He's banishing Tinkek. Which I find very amusing, because I'm just going to immediately get it back. Hospitality. Come on, do it. I know you want to. He's not doing it. Wow. Okay, and that one I have to get rid of. Yeah, linkage isn't the help that you think it is here, dude. Because Shizuku goes away, which means all of my monsters are now full power again. And my monster is stronger than yours. Now the only question is, do I have enough time to do all of these attacks? I have never seen this one. I don't know what it does. God, that was stressful. Which is the entire reason I really hate going up against Sky Striker. Like, I don't hate the deck, first and foremost. Like, let's go ahead and get that point cleared up. I do not hate the Sky Striker deck. I hate playing against it because it is really hard to play against. Because they can recycle all of their quick play spells, and with Lemnis Gate, they can now recycle all of their Link monsters as well, because that previously was the best way to beat them, was just to beat them at their own grind game, because they could only recycle their spells so much, because they could only recycle their Link monsters so much. But with Lemnis Gate, they can recycle their spells and their Link monsters, so their grind game is just insane. And it's just really, really hard to play against. There's no easy way to beat Sky Striker. They just have such an insane grind game. And unfortunately, like I said, I'm going to be seeing a lot of Sky Striker in this event because this right here, the Link group exists, and the best deck in the Link group is Sky Striker. Oh god, I'm gonna be going up against another Sky Striker, aren't I? God damn it. Ash Blossom. That's annoying. Good thing I have extension! And he scoops. Now I don't know what he was playing. Or do I? Can I actually check decks in here? Oh yeah, these losses here were when I was using a silly burn deck that I wanted to try out. Because there is actually a burn deck that does work in here. But, or when I say does work, I mean, it's not like, completely banned out of existence. And I will use it at some point, but I did not have good luck with it. I believe this guy started off his turn with a heavy storm. This guy, one of them, their turn started with heavy storm and just completely wiped my back row. So there wasn't anything I was going to be able to do there. But, see, so this guy wasn't playing Sky Striker because he's in the Xyz group. But now I'm curious as to what he was playing. Oh, Galaxy Eyes. Neat. Didn't realize Galaxy Eyes was actually completely unhit in this. Anytime I see the Ray deckmate, I always assume that it's Sky Striker. Even if nothing else indicates Sky Striker, I assume Sky Striker because of that. Oh no, it's another Galaxy Eyes. Okay, I'll be able to droll him here. Unfortunately, he already added Transmigration, so that's the #1 card I would want to stop them from adding is Transmigration. Because that trap card is ridiculously powerful. Attach one material, take 2 dragon number monsters. They don't even start protecting the other 2 material. Okay. For those that don't know what Transmigration does, it's an Omni-Negate counter trap that negates whatever whatever you're using it on, but it doesn't just negate whatever you activate it on. It negates everything before it in the chain. So if you have like 5 chain, if you have like a 5 chain going, you can activate that and negate everything. And the thing that makes it really scary, besides that, which, you know, should be scary enough, if you have a... I forget what the actual wording of it is, but it's something along the lines of if you have a... if you control a Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, you can activate it straight from your hand. Okay. That's fine. And he's got an Ash Blossom. Of course he does. Now what does this do? Usually attacked. Mission. Okay. I'll go ahead and go into battle. And I'll attack this. And then I'll do this. Boop. Just to set this and end turn. Gonna special summon show using these. Activate show. Summon Tinkek. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this now. Simply because I want this in my hand for the battle phase. Okay, now he gets to go through this whole nonsense again. And I have to remember that he has a transmigration in his hand. It's very important. Galaxy Eyes Tachyon. Now he's got 2 transmigrations, which sucks. Yeah, if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, activate as chain link 2 or higher, negate the activations of your opponent's spell trap cards and monster effects activated before this card in this chain. If you do, shuffle the negated cards on the field into the deck. And if you control a Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon monster, you can activate this from your hand. It doesn't just negate shit on the field, it negates everything in the chain. Aww, lame. Yeah, he's just, Xyz climbing. Well, not even climbing, just kind of swapping to Xyz monsters so he can just target different cards and destroy them. And of course, he's avoiding the Druid's Worm because the Druid's Worm is just going to, get rid of one of his cards. Okay. GG. That's another deck that I don't play against often enough to really know what I should be negating there or how I should be playing. I probably should have waited for them. Probably should have waited to try and use House Dragon Maid to destroy some shit with tidying, but eh. Then again, maybe tidying will just miss the timing again. Or maybe House Dragon Maid will miss the timing again somehow, because that's a fucking ruling that makes sense. You know what, sure. Vanquish Soul. This is probably not going to end well for me. Largely because, again, once again, this is yet another deck that I don't play against that often. Okay, so he's got Vanquish Soul, Caesar, Valius. Yeah, all I know about this deck is that they reveal cards in their hand and do different effects based off of that. Okay, so Earthfire and Dark, so he gets to destroy my Parlor, which is not a big deal. I have another Parlor in hand. Rock of the Vanquisher. What does this do? While you control a Vanquished Soul monster, your opponent's monsters can only target monsters you control with the highest attack, their choice if tied. Or attacks. During the main phase, you can activate these effects. Special summon one from your hand. Add one from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively do this to shut that down right now. Let's send Changeover. I'm gonna activate Hospitality. Special summon Ernest. Nurse. Ernest and Nurse can go away. So I get myself a lady. With a lady. And he scoops. What's this called? Souls of the Forgotten? Oh, I think I remember this deck. I think this, or I think I remember this card. This card was used by, I think this card was used by Bakura in the Duel versus Yugi when they were fighting on the blimp. Ooh, is it a Dragon Maid mirror? Is that why they're using the Dragon Maid deckmate? Laundry Dragon Maid, the one single Dragon Maid that is never used in any Dragon Maid deck because it's awful. And he's got an Ash Blossom. No, he's got an Impermanence. Okay. And I sadly do not have any kind of extension. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. He probably did that purely to check. Ooh, what is this? Spirits. Interesting. Oh, Exo Sisters. Okay. Team Keck. And he scoops. It should be noted that I am not very good with this deck. Ooh, another Laundry Dragon Maid. Once again, are we playing the mirror, or are we playing against whatever that weird spirit? Oh no, it was Exo Sister. It was Exo Sister. Okay, this time I've got some follow-up, some extension, which is cool. Kitchen, dump Tinkek. Well, add Tinkek to hand, then dump Tinkek. Debate Lady. Dominus Impulse. Would have been better off waiting to use that during my standby phase, dude. Gonna be honest. Because now I get to freely summon Shu. I mean, granted, I don't have, yeah, there we go. And granted, I don't have a lot of the tools that I would normally have in this deck. Like, I can't make seals. Because normally the ideal end board that you have on the field when you actually end your turn is Ladies, Dragon Maid, and Seals. But I obviously can't make Seals in this event. Now, this time I'm not going to be using Ernest, because I actually have an Impermanence. Unchained! Would be my guess for what I'm playing against. Okay, so he's got something that can respond. Bravura! Okay. Sharvara does not stop me from negating the, See, I'm glad I used Ash Blossom instead of Impermanence there, because he can't dodge Ash doing that. But he could have dodged Impermanence by doing that. Unchain Lord, Soul Lord of Yama. He's doing that so he can, yeah, he wants to add the trap with Shavara. But this would also get him a monster. I'm gonna go ahead and stop him from getting the monster. Abominable Chamber. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this now. Ooh, Branded Regained is a really solid draw, actually. He's gonna summon his 3K guy, I assume. Yeah. Aw, he's gonna destroy my Branded Regained, isn't he? If he's smart, he'll destroy Parlor. He is not smart. If you had destroyed Parlor, I wouldn't be able to do this. Not that he has any way of knowing that. Yeah, I kind of want Hospitality. Because this is only once per turn, right? Yeah. Okay. There's special summoning Shu. Using these two. One card you control, you cannot special the rest of the turn except fiends, destroy targeted card if you do special summon this from your hand. Okay, so Sarama and Aruha were the ones he had. He's targeting Unchained Soul of Sharvara. Go ahead. I have to be very careful with what I negate here. Because Dragon Maid Shu destroys what it negates. And their unchained effects trigger off of negates, or off of destruction. I didn't want him to get an extra trap. It might have been better to just go ahead and let him set the trap, because now he can go into Yama and get an Unchained monster. But I honestly don't think he's going to go into Yama. I think it's more like, well, no, he could go into Yama. He could go into Yama. It wouldn't help him this turn, I don't think. But it would be excellent follow-up for next turn. Yeah, he's going to go into Yama, so he can get a monster. He can probably get Sharvara. I only know bits and pieces about what this deck does because I only played part of it as an engine when I played Yubel. Because Unchained is incredibly good in Yubel for obvious reasons. If you don't know the obvious reasons because you never played either of them, it's because... Okay, so he can destroy his Yama if he wants. Oh, he's not going to. Okay. Ooh, changeover. Nice. No, he scoops. Okay. I was debating on if I wanted to summon Chamber Dragon Maid. I was probably going to do it. But anyway, the obvious reason is Unchained monsters, like as I said before, trigger off of destruction. I've already finished normal or special summon a monster. They trigger off of destruction and destroy their own cards. Yubel also triggers off of destruction. So, and some of the Yubel cards also destroy their own cards. It's a match made in hell. All of the destruction. Branded Regained, once again, is a solid draw, assuming I'm able to do my Kitchen Dragon Maid stuff. Let's see. Ash Blossom. Calling it now. Ash Blossom or Imperm? Yep, there it is. This is another way that you can beat Dragon Maid, but it's not a surefire thing. Beansmith? That's weird. And I say that's weird because Fiendsmith uses a mix of both Link and Fusion monsters. I'm assuming they're only using the Link monsters. Maybe not even that. I kind of want to look at this guy's deck now and see what he's cooking with this. Like, I assume he's using the Link monsters because those go into... yeah, he is using the Link monsters. Why did he not normal summon Lacrima? It's weird. He could have normal summoned Lacrima, got Fiendsmith Requiem, summoned an Engraver, and then reborn the Engraver and gone into sequence. I mean, he could still go into sequence here, but it's a little weird. And yeah, this is why you would want to use, it's Vanquish Soul, of course. One of these days, I'll actually put together a Vanquish Soul deck because it does seem genuinely interesting. It's not particularly good until the new support comes out, but it's at least interesting. Okay, how much does he have on Fuse? I'm mostly just checking to see if he's going to have lethal on board. That's all. He did normal summon. He's using that to get more Vanquish Soul monsters. One of each. Okay, it's just burn. Unfortunately, I already have lost unless I draw some extension because he revealed that he has Ash Blossom in hand. What? I'm confused. Why would you do that? There's zero reason to do it that way, dude. I was going into IP. I have to draw extension here, or I'm just screwed. And yeah, I'm just screwed. Because again, he's got an Ash Blossom in hand. And I don't have any kind of extension. I have to wait until I have some kind of extension. Dr. Madlove. And he wants to destroy that. Yeah, it was a chamber. That's all. He might be thinking to himself, why didn't he just normal summon that? And again, he has an Ash Blossom. He showed me that he has an Ash Blossom. I can't summon it. Wouldn't do anything. now, once again, I'm just checking for lethal. Ironically, he'd already have lethal on board if he had actually just attacked me last turn instead of doing the stupid shit with Fiendsmithing it instead of doing the stupid shit with Fiendsmith Engraver. Okay, yeah, he's got lethal. I'm not gonna sit around for that. Like there's only like 1 or 2 cards that I could have drawn that would have saved me there, but he's either just misclicking and playing very poorly, or griefing by doing shit the way he did. I'm going to assume he was just misclicking. Don't like this hand. Mostly because Chamber is not a starter. I forgot that Chamber is not a starter when you don't have access to the Link monsters. Otherwise, I would grab Hospitality here and be set. Because I can't link into other shit. And this guy's playing Orcust. Shendo. Getting another Girsu. Okay. Oh, Sangan Kaiman, thank you. It's gotta be an imperm or something, right? Oh, it's an Ash Blossom. Once again, do not negate this effect. It's a bad idea. Nothing else I want to do, right? Yeah. That comes back to my hand. Yep, there it is. Now, and I assume he just realized that I'm gonna get to summon Shu. So yeah, it sucks and it feels bad, I know, but when Lady's Dragon Maid hits the field, if you've got an imperm or something to negate it, do not use it on the summon effect of Lady's Dragon Maid. Don't do it. Just never do that. The only time you should be negating anything Dragon Maid does during their main phase is if you have two negates and you use the first one on their normal summon. Use it on their normal summon. If they have extension past that, hold on to that other negate until the standby phase and use it when they activate Lady's effect during the standby phase. Because at that point, if you do that, the absolute most that they could possibly end on, or that they could possibly have, would be, as far as in-engine cards, would be, or not even in-engine, but just from one-card combos. The most they could have from a one-card combo, if you hold your interruption for the standby phase, is seals and tidying. That's it. There's nothing else they could possibly have as far as their one-card combo. Now, if they have... Now, I don't know about other interruption they might have from non-engine, but that's basically what they would end off of. That's typically what they end their turn on whenever they go through their normal stuff, is they have Lady's Dragon Maid, they have seals, and they'll typically have a tidying. But BRB, I'm gonna go use the restroom, and then we'll continue playing more of this event, which is actually pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. Okay. Back in, and let's continue. Only 3 more wins, and I'll get the Infinite Impermanence sleeves. Really cool set of sleeves. Kinda wish it didn't have the Master Duel logo, but what can you do? Okay, kitchen. Oh, they've got an Ash. No, it's an Imperm. Okay. Live Twin. Okay. So he's gonna link. He's gonna link that into something. Oh, he's gonna add it to his hand anyway because he has that. Now I gotta wait for his next link, his link monster. Yep, there it is. Gotta wait for this. Special summon. Yeah, I'll go ahead and preemptively heal that. Oh shit! It's a quick effect. I'm a dumbass. I forgot. It's a quick effect. I need to wait until he activates it. I'm an idiot. Now, the good news here is that while Chamber is not a starter on its own, it is a starter if I have another Dragon Maid in the grave. Assuming I even make it that far. Because he may just have lethal here. I don't know. Okay, he doesn't have lethal here. But if he's got any kind of interruption like that, let's force him to use it. Or just not get it at all. Okay, let's see if I can actually do this. Or if he's got something else, he's got something else. Yep, that's it. I lose. GG! Yeah, he had Imperm and he had Ash. I wonder... if there's any way I can actually improve this Be a little bit more consistent. Maybe if I just leaned in a little bit to branded. And I did some stuff with branded, I could make it work. But the Primate cards... Primate cards are all good. I mean, I don't have Imperial Dragon, unfortunately, but I do have all the others. I would just need a big dragon to put in here. Which, I mean, obviously, if I'm going to do that, then the obvious choice for the big dragon would be just, you know, Blue Eyes. I feel like leaning more into branded is probably the way to go here, but I don't have that many branded cards, if I'm being completely honest. I don't even have a Luber. Or do I? This is the alt art of Luber, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I do have a Luber. And I could probably make this work. The thing that would really suck is only one branded fusion. Do I have Albaz? You do have Albaz. That's alt art Albaz. Regular Albaz. Okay, so we do that. We're going to be adding some of these fusions. I'm thinking about it. I really hate branded, but I feel like this deck needs some more consistency, and that would be the easiest way to go about it. Add an extra Bastille, since I'll be using more of them, I guess. We don't have banishment, which is kind of important. And cut down on this. I'm going to try and cut down on the cards to keep it at 40 as much as possible. Means these are going to go. Maybe get rid of one of the Lubellians. Get rid of the Mulcharmies and we'll see how that lands. One changeover is fine. I really want 3 hospitality. Branded opening would be really good. They can't respond to fusions. I will go ahead and craft a banishment, I guess. It's not like I'm hurting for SR dust. Albaz and Luber. Take out the Kaiman, because I don't really need it since I'm adding a bunch of extra shit. Or maybe I'll leave it and add it back in, I don't know. And Albaz, the way this works is you fusion, right? You fuse with your opponent's field, is that it? Discard is normal, special summon. Discard card, fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck. Using monsters on either field as fusion material, including this card, but you cannot use other monsters you control as fusion material. Oh, so it's a super poly. Got it. Yeah, it's a super poly on legs, which means I can add super poly targets. Not just branded stuff, although I am going to be adding some branded stuff. But for super poly purposes, this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, one fusion monster, one dark monster. I can cut back on Shu and House. Possibly also, yeah, I can probably add this one too. Put down on Chaos Star Source. Oh, maybe not the Chaos Star Source. And I suppose I can go ahead and add back in the Mulcharmies, since I've got the room for it. Are there any other branded fusions that would be good for this? I wonder. Let's see. That's a monster with 2,500 or more attack. One level 8 or higher monster. One effect monster special summon this turn. It's a weird requirement. Oh. That's a neat little destruction effect. That could prove useful, I guess. Could cut the Star Source for it. You know what, I'm going to work with this for now. Not much branded in here, but like just enough. Branded opening will let me get to Aluber and give me some... Oh, no, it's not branded opening that protects fusions. Wait, which one is it then? Is it Lost? High Spirits, maybe? No? It's not. Ah, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's what it is. It's branded lost. That stops that. Well, shit. But still, branded opening is still good because that'll get me to Aluber, right? Because it's a Despia. Yeah. Take one, discard a card, take a Despia from your deck, add it to your hand, or special summon it. And if a fusion monster you control will be destroyed, you can banish this card instead. And then Aluber, add a branded spell trap from your deck to hand. Face-up fusion. If a face-up fusion monster you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, and target one effect monster your opponent controls, special summon this card. If you do, negate the targeted monster's effect until the end of the turn. And that lets me this. So this gets me this, basically. Which allows me to go into Mirror Jade. And then Banishment is special summon a Despia monster and fusion summon. Okay, yeah, let's work with this. Let's see if this does anything. Okay, I got some solid interruption going. He is certainly taking his time. Mitsurugi? I didn't realize people were going to be using Mitsurugi in this. Like, can you even use Mitsurugi? Because I know Habakiri is banned. Well, I guess you can still use Mitsurugi, because Mitsurugi was a thing before Habakiri was even introduced, so... Okay, Mirror. So what's he gonna add since he doesn't have... He's gonna go straight into Murakumo? Okay. Ragnar... Eka? Oh, because it's insect, plant, and reptile. Oh shit. I got his Murakumo. Different Ragnarok cards that are banished and or in your deck, except Evil Seed. Okay. So they're combining it with Ragnarika, which is cool because like it is insect, plant, or and reptile support. Aww. he was able to cycle it. No, it's an Earth. I can't stop him from summoning it, unfortunately. That one is also... No, that one's a light. Shit. I know he's got Mitsurugi Mirror and one of the Ragnarika cards that he added in his hand. Wicked Butterfly. No, that got banished. That got banished, so he has a Mitsurugi Mirror and a Mysterious card. Go ahead and do this. I can have Drew his worm out. Because that allows me to use Baldrake. Tribute Drew his worm to activate him to remove a yeah, if they special summon a Ritual Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and or Link monster, they contribute a light or dark, and then target one of those special summon monsters and banish it. Naturia. Okay. Sadly does not include... Oh no, it does include Synchros. And he can summon 2 because I have 2 monsters. And that can actually get him into Baron, but if he gets into Baron, the Baron is immediately going to die. Because he summons Baron, I activate Baldrake, tribute Drew his worm, he negates Baldrake with Baron, but then Drew his worm triggers. So, like, yeah, you can, and the only card left in his hand is the Mitsurugi Mirror. Mantis Monk. What does this do? Add 1 trap on deck to hand. Okay. It's important to note that Baldrake doesn't negate the effects, so even if I were to activate it there, he would still be getting that trap. Oh, Wicked Butterfly lets him draw a bunch. Damn. Oh, hello, Droll and Lockbird. You would have been really cool to have. Scores in your graveyard turn. Summons. Destroy that card. Oh, so he's just going to negate it regardless. Yeah, he's just going to tribute that and get him to negate it. Oh, no, he can't. This stops him from having to tribute it. Damn it. And I got nothing else. Because outside of the interruptions that I got, I kind of bricked. I stopped him from going into Mitsurugi, but I had not really much of anything to stop him from doing the rest of his shit. He's got mirror and 4 random cards. The Mitsurugi mirror is the thing that I'm worried about the least because his Murakumo is shuffled back into the deck, so it's not doing anything. Oh, he's running Futsu in this too? Okay. So he's going to be summoning that with his field, I'm assuming. Yeah, you don't get to draw a shitload of cards. Oh, wait, no, he does, because he has that. Yeah, I probably lose this. I almost certainly lose this. I would be shocked if I managed to pull out a win here, because I drew not really much of anything helpful, honestly. The only thing I drew that was super helpful was one of the Bestials to get rid of the Murakumo. And I guess it also... Well, wait, he couldn't even... I just remembered. I keep thinking... I kept thinking about him going into Baron. Baron is banned in this event. Baron is banned. There's no synchros allowed. Why was I even... Yeah, Baron is banned in this event, and he's clearly using a Link deck. So even if Baron wasn't banned, he wouldn't be able to do anything here. Okay, Mitsurugi Spell or Trap. Fine. And then he gets Prayers? Question mark? Why would he go Prayers and not Ritual? I would have thought he would go Ritual so that he... And why did he not... He shame conceded. That was 110% a shame concede. Oh no, time limit win. Never mind. I was not keeping track of how long he was taking. Largely because so often when I feel like an opponent should be running out of time, they never run out of time. I don't know, 2 more wins and then I can move on to a different deck. Oh wait, no, not 2 more wins. It's 6 more wins. Send Lorpar. Bring out Lady. Lady brings us Chamber. Chamber brings us Tidying. Drollin Lockbird does nothing. I've already added the card that I wanted to add. Does this even help me? 8 or higher fusion monster in your graveyard. I mean, I suppose it doesn't hurt. And congratulations, you trolled me. I was already going to end my turn there, regardless. And I activate this, and I summon this, using this and this. Upstart Goblin, fine. He was testing for Ash and or trying to bait Shu. It's a quick effect. What does this even do? Motion activates its effect. You can make the... Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just bounce that. And now I'm gonna negate that. So it stays in the grave where it belongs. You bastard. Ooh. So Sky Striker with Horus. That is an interesting and frankly bizarre combo. Oh, he's got a Hamp. Okay. This is gonna be a gigantic token. Jeez. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. How do I deal with this? Okay, there we go. Yes! It was a very interesting, interesting deck you had there, sir. So 5 more wins, and I can switch to a different thing. It's 1 more win to get the sleeves, it's 5 more to finish and to get the title for this. Dark Magician! Are you actually playing a Dark Magician deck? That would be pretty cool. I'd like to see a Dark Magician deck. Dark Magician decks are fun. They're absolutely awful, but they're fun. Which is, unfortunately, so often the case. The really fun decks, the ones that I find interesting or fun to play, are almost always just absolutely terrible. Go ahead and Fua here. Ash Blossom? Ash Blossom! What about second Fua? You negated one, yes. But what about second Fualos? Fire King. I don't know how well this is going to go for me. I mean, it's clearly a Link deck, because Fire King doesn't really use anything from the extra deck except a handful of Fire Link monsters like Amblo Whale, Promethean Princess, that sort of thing. Fire King is a lot like Unchained, where they like to destroy their own monsters and cards to trigger different effects. Unfortunately, unlike Unchained, it doesn't work as well with Yubel, because the Fire King stuff works specifically with fire-type monsters, or fire attribute monsters, rather. And the Yubel monsters are all dark, so it doesn't really mesh as well as it does with Unchained, since Unchained doesn't really care about what attribute your card is, just as long as your own card was destroyed. And Yubel works with dark monsters specifically, so... Skyburn, Imperm, one of those. And he gets to add Fire King, Legendary Fire King Ponix to his hand. And I drew my one of Branded Fusion. Probably, well, it's on standby phase, so... Okay, he's gonna add a spell or trap from the deck to hand. Did this... Okay, he's got Skyburn in hand. You know what, just for giggles, I'll go ahead and activate this. Just in case he's got something else that adds to the hand. I don't know Fire King that well to know if it does. Ash Blossom. He's gonna be very upset when he sees me immediately dump Branded Fusion. I have no idea what I'm gonna fuse with this. Oh, he set an impulse. Damn it. Oh, that sucks. And yes, I know that's gonna trigger his other shit to go there and to summon. Doesn't matter. He was going to destroy his own shit anyway, because that's what this deck does. It was mostly just to make me feel better. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop because there's nothing I can do about this because he's got Skyburn in hand. Like he was gonna be able to destroy his own shit to wipe out my field and then have more than enough fuel to kill me. So the impulse killed it. Ladies Dragon Maid. Oh my god, once again, stop doing that. I really shouldn't be giving my opponents advice on this, but my god, stop negating the basic summon effect. That's not the thing that you need to worry about. This is the effect that you need to worry about. Come on. Unless he's got an imperm. Oh, he has 2 impulses. Okay. That makes more sense. Well, now I can activate Fuelos. Into the main phase? Sure, I'll activate a Through Worm to have something on the field. And I top deck a kitchen. So now I get to do it again! Let's see, this one is... this one. What is he playing? Marine Cess, okay. This is yet another deck that I don't know a whole hell of a lot about. Oh, he gets to peek at my hand? Great. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay, I forgot. I didn't realize the field spell was protecting. Affected. Opponent's card effects. That I did not realize. I should have used it earlier. And then this is spell or trap card is activated. Splash Mage, interesting. Attack. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is another deck that I just don't play against all that much, so I don't understand how I should be playing against it. Otherwise, I would have used Nibiru earlier when he had the Crystal Heart thing, because then I could have wiped away the field, except for Crystal Heart, and then used Druid's Worm's effect to get rid of the token, and then he would have had only one monster on the field. He probably could have extended past that, especially given all of the stuff that he's doing now. But, I don't know. I do know that Albaz is useless here. Because it wouldn't get rid of this. But I am at least not going to die this turn. He does have a Marine Cess Trap, I believe. Did he get one? Some kind of Marine Cess Trap card? No, apparently not. trigger tidying. Tidying gets me kitchen. This gets banished. Add Lorpar. And immediately discard Lorpar. Now, unfortunately, fusion summon, center. I can set a branded spell or trap. Now, unfortunately, I can't battle over his thing, and it's completely unaffected. So I have no idea how exactly this is going to go. Probably not very well. Yeah, GG. Probably should have set. I forgot that I could set the card instead of just adding it to my hand. I probably should have set Branded Banishment. I'm not sure if that would have helped me, but yeah. Because he's got the thing that says you don't get to interact with this card. I really don't like card effects like that. It's incredibly boring. Just, I have this card, therefore you cannot do anything to it. It's just... It's no better than a floodgate. And floodgates are just the worst part of this game. Okay, Fua. I have Droll, which is unfortunate because I don't really want to Droll. But I do have a starter, so I'm not really concerned about him not doing anything on his turn. Especially if he's doing that. By the way, I love this. Malice icon and icon frame, branded sleeves, and branded field. Sky Striker. He's playing Sky Striker. And of course he got Widow Anchor because that's the card they always dig for. His entire game plan is going to be to dig for a bunch of Widow Anchors. Oh, he's actually grabbing Ray. Interesting. And he's gonna do absolutely everything except summon from the extra deck, although now he kind of has to summon from the extra deck, because if he doesn't, his Widow Anchor is worthless. Because Widow Anchor only works if he has no monsters in the main monster zone. Sky Striker Ace 0. He's got linkage in hand. Black Goat Laughs. Okay. And there's his Widow Anchor. And probably either linkage or another Widow Anchor. Unfortunately, I just lose this. Because I know he has Widow Anchor. And even if I had used Droll and Lockbird, it wouldn't have mattered. He would still have the Widow Anchor because he added that with his first engage. Now, the question is, do I think he can kill me in one turn? Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop here. I don't have the extension I need to go past Widow Anchor. Black Goat Laughs is not important. It really isn't. Because the absolute most he would do with that is just stop me from summoning Lady. Or at least that's what he should do. If he tried to stop me from summoning Shu, that would be hilarious, but... Okay, I've got extension this time. That's cool. Which is good because he's got an Ash Blossom, yep. You have the right idea. Unfortunately... unfortunately, I have to negate that, because, like, otherwise he was going to take my shoe. Which, it's not much better here, because now he's going to be able to go full combo in his Orcus nonsense, and I've got nothing. It's to go... Oh yeah, he's going Fiendsmith, okay. I can wipe his field if I get another turn with Albaz. But that makes a couple of assumptions. Did I ever get these sleeves? These sleeves were, from one of the anime shorts, right? Okay, looks like that's his entire turn. Yeah, I'll grab Branded Fusion. Now, he can get rid of this with Fiendsmith Engraver, but if he does, it wipes his field. The unfortunate thing is, while it does wipe his field, it wipes his field during the end phase. Which means if he can put up 5k damage, it's not gonna matter. And he knows I've got Branded Fusion in hand. And unfortunately, I think it's gonna be a case of he's gonna be able to put up the damage because he's got this now. So he's gonna get Orchestrated Babble. Yeah, it was Fiendsmith tracked, so... Orchestrated Babble is gonna make him able to do all of his nonsense. Oh, he's grabbing World Legacy World Wand instead. Going into Nightmare Cerberus. Going into Nightmare Mermaid. Okay. This card's World Wand. Okay, I see what he's doing now. Going back into a Galatea. There's the Orchestrated Babble. And now everything is a quick effect. This, as annoying as this particular effect is for this field spell, I actually find it more interesting than the field spells that just say you can't interact with these cards. Okay, so he can't put up enough damage to kill me. His monsters get destroyed. I mean, I'll activate it just for giggles. Unfortunately, I have no targets for Branded Fusion. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Why did I have no targets for Branded Fusion? I'm curious now. Did I send everything that I could possibly summon? Let me see. Branded Fusion mentions Fallen of Albaz using 2 monsters from your hand, deck, or field. Okay. This would have been the only thing that I could summon because it was the only thing left in the extra deck, which is Dark Monster and Fallen of Albaz. So what, did I not have another Dark Monster? I should have, because I had the Bestials. I don't get it. I should have been able to summon this. Like, I can understand not being able to summon these because these were in my graveyard. Oh, Albaz was in my graveyard. Okay. Now I remember. Albaz was in my graveyard. Yeah, I used Albaz to summon Mirror Jade, and I didn't have a way to recycle him. Honestly surprised I haven't run into more Orcust Fiendsmith. Because Orcust is crazy good right now. Ash Blossom? Ash Blossom! Monster. Down the pattern branded dragon. Activate Albion. Special summon. Mirror Jade. Using Albaz and let's be branded regained. Wow. You jerk. I mean, it also sends for cost, so... Of course you're playing Kashtira. Why would you ever be playing anything else? Parlor, Chamber, Ash Blossom. He's used to my field lighting up from Mirror Jade, so he's probably not going to be suspecting that I'm about to do what I'm about to do to him. It's to summon Arise Heart. Goodbye to literally everything. And that's the Kashtira trap. Oh, okay. I was still working out exactly how I was going to deal with the token, but... Yay, I got infinite impermanence card sleeves. Woo! Yeah, I'll have to refine this a little bit. Maybe add some more targets for branded fusion. More copies of Albaz or something. Or maybe just go full branded. Not that I really can, because I don't have a lot of the branded cards. Or rather, I do have a lot of the branded cards, but I only have like 1 or 2 copies of a lot of them. And I need 3 copies of a bunch of them. And some of those cards I need 3 copies of are, in fact, ultra rares. I could always go with a different fusion deck. There are some other options. Absolute shocker to know that fusion has more points. I mean, I only just started playing the event today, and I started with fusion. Like, I've already planned out what decks I'm going to be playing for each thing. Like, this one I'm playing the Dragon Maids, because I like Dragon Maids. This one I'm very likely going to be playing Kashtira, because it's pretty much the only Xyz deck that I have that works. And then this one I'll be putting together a Sky Striker deck, or I might put together a Mitsurugi deck, because I did see a Mitsurugi deck earlier that was that looked pretty interesting. I don't know, I'll look into it more, but my original plan was going to be Dragon Maid, Kashtira, Sky Striker, or either Sky Striker or Unchained. Fusion best summoning method, why I play branded. I mean, I typically prefer fusion. I typically prefer fusion decks as well, but I don't like branded. It kills me that I actually put branded cards in this deck. Yeah, it kills me that I'm actually using some of this stuff. I really do not like branded. And it's not even because the deck is complicated or anything like that. It's I have no problems with the deck itself. The deck itself is fine. And I've had some of my favorite games playing against branded. The reason I hate branded is because Konami keeps dumping so much fucking extra support on this archetype. If they paid half as much attention to the rest of the game as they do to branded, we would have more viable archetypes. And that is why I hate Branded. Because it is clearly Konami's favorite child. And I don't like that. Branded equals new Blue Eyes cover card. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Blue Eyes getting as much support as it did, either, if that makes you feel any better. Largely because they gave the really good support cards to Blue Eyes that make it actually meta relevant, and then the cards that they gave to Dark Magician don't. And yes, I do prefer Dark Magician over Blue Eyes. Dragon Master Magia makes me cry staring it down. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, the Dragon Master Magia variant of the Blue Eyes deck is just awful. It's one of those decks where when it works, it's amazing, but it almost never works because it's bricky as shit. Because they have to run so many extra cards that are just bad in order to make it work. I mean, if we're going to go with 3 negates for no reason, Dragon Master Magia is hardly the only or even the worst offender. The worst offender for something like that, in my opinion, is actually, believe it or not, Light and Darkness Dragonlord. And I'll tell you why. It is also 3 negates. It's not just 3 negates, it's 3 Omni negates, so it's not a one thing per turn like Magia is. And after you've used its 3 negates, you can still activate it to Chainlink block. A lot of people don't think about that aspect. Because it's not just 3 Omni negates, it's 3 Omni negates plus infinite Chainlink block. For whatever you want to block, or have to block for whatever reason. So yeah, Magia is annoying, yes, but it's hardly the worst offender when it comes to monsters having 3 negates. Or things in general having 3 negates. Hello, Missy! Did you have a nice nap? Come here. Oh, big kitty. Come here. Come here, big kitty. Get you in my lap. You can sit in my lap for a bit. I'm almost done streaming. I'm just chatting for a bit. Crimson Dragon is such a stupidly designed card. Yes, it is. It is an incredibly stupidly designed card. Although on that subject, I am looking forward to the Resonator support that was revealed. Because the Resonator support actually looks really cool. Yeah, Resonators being one of the very few synchro decks that I actually play. You know, I saw the loaner for Link, because I wasn't sure what exactly I was going to play for Link. Oh, okay. Goodbye, Missy. What are the loaners here? Okay, we got a Cyber Dragon loaner, which is definitely built to go second. Even though the new support makes it possible for it to go first and be fine. Then again, you don't get access to the Xyz monsters, so I suppose you have to build it go second. Let's see, Primordial Dragon. Interesting. So Primite with the new fusion and Dragoon for reasons. For the event, you're running pure Cyber Darks. Nice. I might actually try this loner out just for shits and giggles after I'm done getting the titles. First of the Dragons, 2 normal monsters. Okay. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a normal monster and is unaffected by other monsters' effects. Or except by battle with a normal monster. That seems really silly. Of course, Guardian Chimera and Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. I find it hilarious that they have Red Eyes Dark Dragoon in here and Red Eyes Black Dragon, a couple of Red Eyes fusion cards, but they don't include Red Eyes Fusion at all. I suppose that would be a little unfair, but still. Okay, and then Undying Flame. What is this? This is... Ashened? Yeah, it is Ashened. Huh. Red Eyes Fusion kind of garbage. I mean, yeah, it is, but in that deck it would work. It wouldn't be completely ideal because you don't have access to Predaplant, Verta, Anaconda, but it would still work. The only problem is that it's not the only problem with having Red Eyes Fusion in this is that you don't have a way to search it. Which is mostly Konami's fault on that point because I'm pretty sure there's a Red Eyes card that they could have added that would allow you to search Red Eyes Fusion. Insight? Yeah, there you go. But I guess they didn't want to do that because then it would feel too much like a Red Eyes deck, and we can't have that. We can't have anything that supports or shines any kind of light on Red Eyes Black Dragon because Konami hates Red Eyes. Which is why we didn't get Red Eyes in the anniversary event. We got Neos instead. Yeah, what about XCs? What are... oh, I gotta change group. What about XCs? What are the loner decks here? Hope of Heaven and Earth. Oh, Onomats. Of course. Because why would it be any... This is probably the deck I went up against earlier that summoned Hope Harbinger and shit. Onomats are interesting. Although I'm still not a fan of this guy, Utopic Future Zexal. Because this thing... Or am I misremembering? I think I'm misremembering. Oh no, I'm not misremembering. It is a floodgate. You have to target this thing. Ah, yeah. That's why I'm not a fan of this thing. Now I'm remembering as I read the card. Yeah, it has two of my most hated card game mechanics in it. It floodgates you to stop you from playing what you want the way you want, and it also takes control of your own, takes your own cards away. Yeah. Two mechanics I really hate. Okay, and then Tachyon Dragon. So the guy that was playing Galaxy Eyes that I went up against before was also probably using this deck. And this card is bullshit. If we want to talk about bullshit cards, this needs to be right at the top. Tachyon Transmigration is so awful to play against. Yeah, if you have a galaxy, you have to have a Galaxy Eyes. The only thing that Imager Ass custom card, yes it is. It absolutely is. The only thing that makes this somewhat palatable is the fact that it's locked to the Galaxy Eyes archetype, and the Galaxy Eyes archetype is not great. That being said, this card is still a pain in the ass to play against. And then the last thing we have here, Tistina? Yeah, Tistina. Okay. Okay, cool. With the coolest card in the entire game, I will fight anyone that says otherwise. This is the coolest card in the game, has the best artwork, has the most amazing name, and it's just super fun to use. Love this card. Chaotic Elements. I think I need to get this for when Vanquish Soul and for when K9 comes out. Because this works well with K9, right? Yeah, I believe this works with is used in K9, Vanquish Soul. And then the Link ones, I already know what these ones are, because I was going to use the Unchained one, which is this one. Yeah, Unchained. Unchained is a lot of fun. I like popping my own cards and triggering effects. Ah, shit, I didn't see the ad was about to pop up. I would have dismissed that because I'm about to end the stream. You know what? I'll do one more game. I'll do one more game so that I'm not ending the stream immediately after a ad break. Because I don't like doing that. If I had noticed the ad break was coming up, I would have dismissed and I would have snoozed that so it wouldn't trigger. Yeah, let's go ahead and opening here to try and bait out Ash Blossom. We'll go ahead and discard Karamba because I don't need it. Okay, we activate Parlor. We dump Lorpar. Lady's Dragon Maid. Activate a Lady. Summon Chamber. Activate chamber. Tidying. Activate hospitality. Get Karamba up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and send another chamber to the graveyard. And we activate Branded Fusion. One of Albaz, and ooh, that actually gets rid of my lady. I didn't realize that. I would have held on to hospitality. That's okay, because I can summon another lady. Using these two. Okay, and end. Stand by, lady. Manchu. Those two back in the deck. Dragon Maid Shu. Activate Dragon Maid Shu. Special Summon Lady. Thrust. Ash Blossom. Probably playing Sky Striker. Mimighoul. Well, I just kind of ruined his game plan without even realizing it, didn't I? Yay! Got an extra win in. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream so it's not off of and just off of an ad break. Feels a little bit better when that's the case. I'm gonna hop out. Hope you all enjoyed. Tomorrow will likely be more of this event. It's either going to be more of this event or hopping into FF14. I like bouncing between those two games mostly, depending on my mood. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, out of here. Have a good one. Later.